Okay, and welcome back to another MJH Images TT, and we have what the title says. But I'm going to do something different. I don't normally do a reveal, but just received the box that it's come in. Yeah, interesting. So we're going to get to it and open up, and then we'll get to the car. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so yeah, it's padded bubble wrap, just like it's come in a box. So we'll just stick this up. So you order these things, you wonder if you're going to get what you've actually ordered, and then it's what you've actually ordered, does it definitely work and fit? So we've got all that to come, but we'll have the surprise, the feeling of it working, it not working, what it looks like. Oh. So let me see something. It has the Mk1 Dora. This one actually comes, Italian company. Does it come from Italy? Suppose. Yeah, eventually. We'll probably get outlets here as well. Okay, so yeah, the thing with these, there are so many choices that you can make, so many different prices you can pay. You have to make your own judgment, whether it's at the high end, the low end, in the middle, whether you're just restricted by your just budget, and that can dictate. But also you need to look at what you need it to do on the vehicle. So okay, so we're out. Nice box, Mk1 Dora, specialist parts. Innovative DNA parts. Okay, yeah. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, lots of packing. Ah, now we'll get into it. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to unwrap this here. Oh, so that looks quite nice. Yeah. The connections there, the two ports, return and the feed. That looks like the return, or is it the feed? It says on the top. Yeah, that looks like out. That looks like in. Yeah. Okay, that's all looks good. I know in some cases on the original ones, I'm not sure with these, you can take out the pump and just change the pump, and you can get all different sorts of pumps. The world's your oyster. Okay, so don't know too much about them, but I think that looks good. The old one, we will keep the old one, because at some point we may change the pump in that, who knows, and so we've got the original if needed. But yeah, that looks good. There's a little reveal. It comes in a nice box. All different prices, even these ones come in at different prices, so just do your little research and you'll get the one that suits you. Okay, so let's get to fitting. See what the car. Okay, first got to show you why we're changing the pump. Yeah, because it started to do this on the startup. So haven't started this morning. This is the first attempt, and this is what happens. We did hear the pump working, but I think the pump's not working efficiently, which is why Yeah, okay, so nothing on that first turn. Turn it back off, back on again. And we start. Second time. And he's done it a few times like that now, so it's something I've been meaning to address but not been worried about it, so I thought now's the best time to address it. So yeah, we'll start it anyway. So the next thing to do is to take out the fuse for the fuel pump, and we'll turn it over till it stops, then we'll disconnect the battery. So yeah, so we'll pop out, I'll show you the fuse that's got to come out. Let's get this little thing out, and it is number 1, 2, 3, fuse to 28, 15, so just pull that from there, we'll go outside, and we'll just set that down in there. Okay, so, and then it's turning over again, and it turned over till it died. Okay, that's done there. Next, we'll just disconnect the battery.
You can see this. Let's disconnect that now. Took that away. Use that. Done.
Yeah, just before we disconnect the battery, let's take the air out of there. Okay, we're at the back, and back seat's up, which just pulls up. 2 clips, I think you can see. Right, a second, let's look, see if you can see this bit now. Okay. So one is here and one's down the other end, it just pulls up. Got 3 Phillips screws, which we've got here. Which come up fairly easy. This is one which got the second pump, which is over the other side. Which I'm not sure how it works again, but anyway, once you've got the screws off, let's put our gloves on. I have about less than a quarter of a tank. It's, let's put it this way, it's on red. So hopefully there's not too much fuel in there. That tray just comes away lovely. You can put that on the side. Just looking at this, put that there, we can see the blue clearly there, and about there. So blue one we turn in there, black one coming out there. Switch. First things first. So much dirt on here, it's unbelievable. Anyhow, the dirt quickly accumulates. Okay, so what is the first thing to do? We've got a bit of cloth here as well, for fuel. Now, let's go with making sure we can disconnect these before we go. Let's go with this one. So what you're supposed to do is push in
with a screwdriver, just push in on the bottom and pull. Okay, it's coming up. So while it's coming up, I'm going to shove some of that down just in case we get. Yeah, we've got a bit of fuel coming out. It's not a great deal. So that's off. Okay, that's off there. Let's do the same thing with the other one. Push on it. There we go. Okay. A bit of cloth around there just to get sure. And that's off. So that was a nice easy removal there. Next we'll get this switch off and let's see if this one is that up. Let's go a little bit underneath. This was tricky. Let's go a little bit. Right. Right. Oh, and the ring is off. Just ease it round and there. The next thing is just to get this up. I'm going to try and prise it a little bit to get it going. See? Just to get it started. Not much room in the back of here. So I can feel it. Ooh. So a gentle weave. Oh, there we go. There, it feels good when it's almost on its way out. It's already coming out at an ankle. I'm going to try and ease that belt over there. Let's ease the whole ring around it. Let's get that here. I think it could be that one there, I think. And there's a switch in there as well. Disconnect that from there. I don't know if it's coming up. It's really difficult to. Hopefully you can pick that up. Okay. So there's that little black switch from the other part to it, but there's also this which I can't. Really difficult to actually get in. An awkward position. Okay, I'm just going to disconnect this. So press in and it should come out, I'm hoping. Pressed in, nothing's happening here. So I'm just. Okay. It's coming, yeah, right. We're disconnected. So I'm hoping now that this whole thing will come out. Right, just before we go in, I have to show you this because it's not as simple as talk about you pulling out. There's a plastic thing. This here, which you've got to pull off the side of the pump before it will come out. There's a little thing that looks like you can put your finger under. Yeah, pull that and give it a good tug. It's a bit fiddly, but it does come off. I don't know if you can see that in there. There we are. So yeah, not straightforward. Let's go inside. Okay, we're back inside. Yeah, do I have some good news? No, I think I have some bad news, and I have some bad news. The first bad news is this, actually. The new one, supposed to be the new one, on close inspection, there's actually a crack. I don't know if you can see that. It runs all the way alongside there. How unbelievable is that? Yeah. So how that happened, I just don't know. For that position, you would have thought here would have broken, snapped or something. So in a box with all the packing, it arrives like that. Okay. Yeah, second bad news. It's not the right pump. Because clearly you have because on the first pump, which transfers over into this pump and then goes into the engine. This extra wire here, pipe should I say, doesn't have it there. All we have is one that goes directly up to these ports here. Those. One that goes right down to the bottom, which should be the return, and the one that comes out. So it doesn't have that section for the auxiliary one, which is there. Along with to switch it in as well, because you have to plug that in and you have to push that in, and then you've got that hook thing on the side which hooks on. Yeah, hooks on that side, this side. Yeah, so completely different. Those are the two bad news. Right, so yeah, it's a bit disappointing when you're ready and you're geared up for it, but you kind of know that it might be wrong, but when it is wrong, it's not a nice feeling. But hey, this is the joys of motoring and for doing your own work on your car. It's a project, it's not your daily driver, so it's not that stressful. If it's your daily driver, then yeah, it can be a real pain. But hey, we'll crack on. We'll order another one. Maybe I'll just order the pump and we'll do one building this one up. It's heavy. Building this one up. Well, we'll see what's about. We'll have another look and make sure it's the right thing. Yeah, but that's another video. At least we've seen how it comes out and what to be aware of. Remember to depressurize. You know, you take out the fuel cap, fuse, turn it over. Yeah, so we'll crack on until the next one. Don't forget all that good stuff, and yeah, you learn something every day. Peace, and we out. Take care.